Hello guys, in this video we'll be looking at the propositional logics. So what is propositional logics? Propositional logics is nothing but the whether it is true or false. It's nothing but the collection of declarative statements which is true or false. So actually when you are dealing in mathematicals in discrete maths, the first chapter is nothing but the propositional logics where you will be doing with the tautology, contradiction, all those. Now let us summarize what we have learned in discrete mathematics now. So what is proposition? Proposition is nothing but a proposition is a collection of declarative statements that has either a true value, truth value, that is true or a truth value that is false. So we will be having a true or false. So either it should be a true or it should be a false. So none of them will be, there is no chance of getting a neither true or neither false, not false. Okay, so a preposition. So what is the preposition is made up of? Preposition is made up of two parameters, that is variable and connections. So variables are nothing but the letters which are used to denote propositional logics, A, B, C, D, so on, and the connectives are nothing but the relations between those variables, which speaks about the relations. The proposition consists of propositional variables and propositional variables and connectives. So it consists of propositional variables and connectives. So variables are denoted by capital letters. Variables are denoted by capital letters. So it's are denoted by capital letters such as A, B, C, so on to Z, or anything symbol we can use. So proposition either be true nor be false, or it can't be. So it should be either true or false. It can't be both, right? So proposition can be true or false, but it can't be both. Either it should be true or false. For example, when you consider the case the sky is blue, it should say that sky is blue. It is a true statement or it is a false statement. It is a true statement. You can't say that whether it is it is none of them between these true as well as the false. So propositions and connectives are the basic elements of the propositional logics. So these connections and the variables are the main for the propositional logics, and the propositional formula which is always true is known as tautology, and the propositional logic which is always false is known as contradiction. So let me make that points also. A propositional formula which is always true is called tautology, and a propositional formula which is always false is known as contradiction, right? Contradiction. So the milk color is black, so it is a contradiction. So the sky is blue, it is a tautology. The sky will be definitely in blue color. So there are the two main properties of propositional logics. So let us move to the syntax of propositional logic. So there are two types of propositional logics, that is one is atomic and another one is the compound propositions. So when it's coming to the atomic is nothing but the simple propositions which contains single symbols, and compound propositions are nothing but the combination of all the atomic propositions. So syntax or types of propositions are also known, you can call it as anyways. syntax of propositional. So what is the syntax of propositional logics? So there are two types of syntaxes or the types. First one is atomic proposition. So in atomic proposition, what we'll be doing, we'll be dealing with only the single symbols. That is, atomic propositions are the simple propositions. It consists of a single, so it should be considered of a single proposition symbol. So it definitely consists of, because atom is nothing but the single component, right? So it will be definitely having a single proposition systems. So example, when you say that 5 plus 5 which is equal to 10, which is equal to true, so this is a single. The moon is in, or the sun is black in color. Sometimes it will be, but generally it is false. So this type of singleton statements or single symbols are known as the atomic propositions. So next, coming to the another one, that is known as the compound proposition. So what is the compound proposition? Compound is nothing but the collection of atomic parts or all the singletons. So compound propositions are constructed by combining simpler or atomic, combining simple statements or words or letters, or we can also call it as atomic propositions. Using what? Using parentheses or the connectivities between them. So using parentheses or logical connectives. So this is how we'll be defining it. Let us take one example, that it is hot today, let's stay indoor. It is one of the example. It is hot today, it is summer, or it is hot summer. It is hot today, let's stay indoor. So this is one of the examples. So we have taken two singleton statements and combined into one single statement. This is what the syntax of propositional logics. So let us recap what we have learned so far. So propositional logic is nothing but a proposition is a collection of declarative statements. Either it should be a true or the false. Just remember, it should be a true or false. Based on your first statement itself, you can write as many points as you can. So which is denoted by the capital letters. Which is denoted by capital, and then there are two types of property, that is tautology and contradiction. Contradiction. So there are two types, that is contradiction and tautology. When all the things are true, that is known as tautology. When all the things are false, that is known as contradiction. So when it's coming to the syntax or the types of propositional logic, there are two types, that is atomic propositions and compound proposition. So atomic proposition is nothing but the single symbols or single statements will be considering as an atomic proposition. Whereas coming to the compound proposition is nothing but the combination of all the singleton or the atomic propositions. So that's all in this video. Next video we'll be discussing about the logical parameters, that is connectives between them or the identities. Thank you.